Good morning, everyone. So I thought I would do a little bit of a flashback here for today. How many of us remember the days before computers? Now, computers started really coming out in the late 70s for home use. Of course, they were expensive, so there were very few of them. And so, yeah, most of us who are older grew up without computers. Now, I grew up in the 80s, so I had like the Atari. I remember vaguely having a Pong type system when I was, like 5 or 6, Ataris, but I don't think I really got my first computer until maybe 83, 84. And of course, my first courses in computers was at Bellevue Junior High, where now Central Park is, and they had Commodore 64s. And then, of course, at the high school, they had Commodore 64s also, and a couple of Apple IIes. And then, of course, I did a year over at Ehovie, where they had an IBM 360, I think it was. Or no, that was when the senior years, they got the IBM 360. I think it was a donation from Fisher Titus. But before that, they had an old punch card programmable system using, was it BASIC or Fortran? I can't remember. It's been that long ago. But yeah, for the most of part, kids nowadays, this is your computer. And for a lot of people, that still is. So if you're a gamer, obviously you have a desktop, because desktops still have the ultimate power to those. Now, you might have a console like an Xbox or a PlayStation, and those do really, really well especially when they first come out. But they do age out. 5 to 7 years before they have to replace it with a newer one. Kind of the same concept with computers, but computers are just so much more diverse. When you're not using it for gaming, you can use it for the internet and watching your TV and so on and so forth. But again, how many of us remember the days before computers? So let's take a moment and look back to that. Like I said, back in the 80s, I know I walked to school, and about the only thing that was small and handheld was an old, I want to say, handheld football game by Telco. So yeah, nowadays you look all around, there are computers everywhere. In fact, computers are slowly being replaced by tablets and phones, which is more common with the younger generation. But eventually, they were all going to change. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because, it's been a long time since we've had a major revolution in computers. The phones have done good, the tablets have done good. We went from, computers that took up entire gymnasiums in the 1940s, down to this. This can do just about everything a computer can do. And if you have an Apple Watch or one of those portable watches like that, again, these things have more computing power than what the Apollo space program did. And quite possibly, I would have to to double check it, but even the shuttles computers did not have the power of a cell phone to this day. I remember as they were starting to age out the space shuttle program, there was a call for NASA. They were looking for anyone who had a still functional Commodore 64 because the chips weren't made anymore, and they needed the chips off the motherboard to fix the shuttles. That's how old that is. That tells you something. So, yeah, let's go back to the days and, what did you do before computers? And this is really going to affect us older. That's a question more for the older ones. We still know how to entertain ourselves with board games and stuff like that. But now ask a question to the younger generation. Could you live without it? Yes. So that's my little rant and rave for today. So I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Hey, I want to tell you to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to do that. It's important, because if you're not liking and sharing the videos and subscribing to the channel, I don't get paid. Then I have to harass you for money. So anyways, let me show you how to do that. Underneath the video, over here, thumbs up, thumbs down. Give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can do a thumbs down. It's okay. And then there's a subscribe button over here. Click that. That way you get notices every time I post up videos. They'll show up here in your bell every time you come to YouTube. That's how you do it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Talk to you later.